Hi, in this video, I'll be explaining you the top 10 formulas in Excel. And altogether in Excel, we have got more than 400 formulas. So these are the top 10 formulas which are very useful in your day-to-day, work. So let us see which are the 10 best formulas. We'll start with the number 10, which is your if error. Now, what is this if error? Excel if error function is nothing but it returns a result when a formula generates an error. Like as you can see my data where I have given you some customer names here, and these are the award winners. So if they are the award winners, that name has to be displayed over here, and whose name is not listed over here, that name should not come, should be blank. So that time we can use this formula called as if error and VLOOKUP. And then you will click on this F5, which is your customer name, comma, and you will select the award winners. These are the award winners from that list, comma 1. 1 is nothing but column index because I've got only one option here. So that's why 1, comma 0, exact match, and close the brackets, comma, and this double quotes because that is for blank. If his name is not there in that list, it should be blank here. Once you've done that, this has to be locked because this is I have to drag it for the others. I'll press this button called as F4, which is your absolute value. So now if I press enter, I should get this name because his name is listed over here. So he is the award winner. Just double click. See, this person's name is not there in this list, so it's showing you blank. This person is there, so it is showing me. So this is how we can use this formula if error. Number 9 is your subtotal. Now what is this subtotal does actually? Excel subtotal function returns an aggregate result from your value. In subtotal you can do sum, average, count, max and others. So let us see what does this subtotal does actually. As you can see my data, I have got some customer name, countries there, total sales, and if I ask you to calculate the total, this is your normal sum what we used to do, sum, bracket open, and if I select from your control shift down, enter, it gives me the entire this total of your total sales. So if I ask you that I want to find out only country India total, I will keep my cell pointer here. I have to use my data validation, data and filter. So as you do this, see. So now if I click on country and if I click on India, it should tell me only India ka total. Okay. See. But this is not India's total. This is showing me the entire details. If you select this option, this is the total of India. But it is not showing me that. So that's why Excel has given you a formula called as subtotal. So I cannot use sum over here. I'll delete it. Equal to subtotal. Bracket open. This is that aggregate function which I was talking about. 9 stands for sum. Average if you want you can type 1. Count is 2. Okay. So I'll say comma. Then you will select this entire range, that is your total sales, and you will close the brackets. Enter. This should give me this entire total at the moment. So now if I try to change it, if I click here and if I say India, I should get the total of only India. See, this is the total of only India. See, that's it. If you want India also, if I remove the select all, India and US, so it will show me these two countries ka. Okay, see, this is the total of both. So if you select this entire range, and it will show me this total. So that is the use of this number 9 formula of yours called as subtotal. Number 8 is your small and large formula. Now what is this small does actually? Excel small function returns numeric value based on their position in the list by a values. Like for example, I would like to find out which is the first smallest, which is the second smallest in this table of yours. Customer name is given, country is given, and total sales. So that time we can use this formula called as small. So this is how you use this formula, that is small, you'll write equal to small, bracket open, C5. Now what is this C5? C5 is nothing but your total sales. So this entire range you will select because it has to check from this list of yours from your total sales, comma, and you will click on this number 1, that is your E4. This is your first smallest. So because I will be dragging it for the others, so you'll have to lock this table. So you select this part and press this button called as F4. So once you press enter, as you can see that it is telling me that the first smallest in this list of yours total sales is so much. And if you drag it down, I should get it for the others. So this is the use of small option. Like that, we have the option called as largest also. Excel large function returns numeric values based on their position in the list where sorted by values. Basically, we want to find out the largest value. So like that, you can use this formula of yours called as large, bracket open. You will select this entire sales value from that list of yours, with your comma, and you will click on this number 1. Close the brackets. Because I'll be dragging it, so you will select this range, this part, and press this button called as F4. Absolute value, enter. Now this is the first highest, and this is the first smallest. This was second smallest, third smallest, fourth smallest, fifth. So like that, this will be showing me the largest now actually. So I drag it. See, this is how it is actually. Number 7 is about your left and right formula, where we will check out with this left formula first. Left function is nothing but actually it extracts a given number of characters from left actually. As you can see my data, we have got given you some supply ID, product name, and retail price. So now if I use this formula called as left formula, where I would like to get this supply ID, 3 words, 3 letters from left. So that time I can use this formula of yours called as left, bracket open, A6, that is my supply ID, comma 3, number of characters. If I close the brackets, enter, as you can see that I'm getting your ACM from the left, 3 words, 3 characters. You double click, or you can just drag it down like this. So you get it for all like this. This was for supply ID. Similar thing, I would like to have the product code from right, but product code is nothing but this. It is taking it from again from your supply ID. So I'll just use this formula of yours called as right, bracket open, supply ID, comma, how many characters you want? 2 from right, but enter. As you can see, it's showing you this WW, that is the product code, and you just drag it down. So as you can see that if you want to do something like this, left how many words you want and right how many words you want, that I'm getting it out by using this formula of yours called as left and right. Left will show you from the left how many characters you want, right will show me how many words or characters you want from the right. Excel has given you a formula called as search formula, where what is happening is when I use this formula of yours called as equal to search, you just check out this formula what it does actually. I want this product name. So now what happens is if you use this option of yours called as search, bracket open, and this is your space, double quotes. So there's a space here, see. After this windshield, there's a space. After wipers, there's a space. So if I use this space here like this, comma, and if I click on my product name, that is P6, close the brackets, enter. As you can see that it is telling you 11. So if you count this, 10. Now this is 10 till this number, till D is 10. It is counting even that space of yours. So if I don't want that space to be counted, after you have used this formula, you just give your -1 after that. So when you press enter, it will exactly count only the letter. It will not count your that space of yours. So that's why you're getting 10 here, and you just drag it down. So that is the use how you can use this formula in Excel called as search. Now what happens is I don't want that space to be counted. By using this left formula, what happens is, see, left I'm using again. I will click on my product name, comma, and you will click on this product, this number 10. This is now going to count only your alphabet. It is not going to count that space of yours. Now if I close it, enter, as you can see that it is showing me left set 10 words. So now if I drag this down, I should get it for the others also. See, you can see that, see the difference. Same thing with right, you can try. So let's write right equal to right. Click on that text, that is B6, comma, and this number 10, G6. Close the brackets, enter. See, it is not counting, it is not taking that space of yours. Because I have used this formula you call as search, and I've written here -1. So that is the main advantage of using this formula called as search. My number 6 formula is called as your SUMIF statement. So SUMIF is nothing but is a function that meets a multiple criteria. Now what that means is I have given you a data which has got some division here. Categories are there, January, February, March, 3 months, and the total sales. I would like to find out key category, whatever category you want, you can make it as a data validation, division also. So whatever category I select here and whatever division I select, it should tell me what is the total sales. So first I'll use that data validation. I'll keep my cell pointer here. I'll click on data, data validation. In that option called as list, I will select this option of yours called as category. Category is this entire list of mine. Control shift down and that's okay. So I get my entire list here. Okay. So technical support is there, but you can see that there is twice like this, double is happening over here like this. So to avoid this thing like this, what you do is, I'll just remove it for a timing. What you can do is just select this part, Control Shift down, Control C, just copy it and just paste it over here, Control V, so that you get this part here like this. Same thing with your division, Control Shift down, Control C. I can place it over here and just press Control V. So first you select this part because I had to only one we want, right? This technical that I've got, see there are duplicate like this. So I've selected this part. I'll click on data option and remove duplicates, and I'll say okay, remove. So as you can see that it has removed the duplicate for me. Same thing I have to do it for this also. I've selected this part again. I'll click on remove duplicates. Okay. Okay. Okay, remove duplicates, data, continue, yes. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, I have removed that duplicates now for both these options. So now I can use my data validation. I'll keep my cell pointer here. Data validation, you come, settings, list. Now in this option of yours called as list mein, source. Source you will select this part, Control Shift down and okay. So this is done. Okay, all my things come here. Same thing I do for division. Keep my cell pointer here. Data validation, settings, and list. Source you will have to select this part and say okay. That is your region, division. Sorry. See, east, north, south, and west. So everything is done here now. So now I have to calculate my total sales by using my SUMIF statement. So I will use this formula called as SUMIF S because it is multiple condition. SUMIF as I've used here, bracket open. Then what you'll do is you will select your total sales, that is that Control Shift till down. That is from F5 to F62. Then you'll give a comma here. Then what you'll do is you will select your category. Your categories from here. That is B5, Control Shift and down arrow key till B62. So that is done, comma. After that you will select your your category, that is this I6. So because it has to check from this list of yours, then you will give a comma and you will select your division. It is again from your control shift down and comma and your what you are checking from here. Which division are you checking? That is at I8. And then you close the brackets here. And now if you press enter, so here I'm getting dash here because I have not selected any category here and the division also. Technical support I'm selecting here and I'll select East. So it will tell me. See. So this is how we can use. You can change it to some other category and to another division. So according to that, it will show me. So this is how we can use this formula called as SUMIFS. My fifth is index and match formula, where we have to use our data something like this, where they've given you some category and they've given you some 4 months ka sales here. We have to find out this formula called as match and index. What this match does is basically does nothing but position number. It is going to check the position number. For example, now here again category is given here and quarter. Again I'm supposed to use this data validation for this. So again I'll keep my cell pointer here. It's already I made the duplicate and kept it over here. So I'll just keep it over here. Data validation. You will come in this option called as list. Source, you will select your category, that is this list from here, and you say okay. So your category is done over here. Same thing you do for quarter. Once you keep it over here, data validation. Again you will say list. Source, you will select your this 4 months from Jan till April and you say okay. So this is done. So I will show you first is how can you use this match formula first. If you select any category and if you select any month like this, I'm saying February. See, basically match is nothing but the position number it is going to show you. Like for example, I'm writing here equal to match, bracket open. Then what you will do is you will select this I9 of yours, that is that category, comma, and you will select from here because it is checking it from this list of yours, right? And you will give comma 0. 0 means exact match and close the brackets, enter. As you can see on top it is showing me 1 here because I have selected technical support. If I click on overhead, this number is changing here, see. Same thing you can try with this also quarter. Which quarter have you selected? So for that again I will use this formula of yours called as match again, bracket open. Then you will select from here, that is I12 comma, and you will select which month you want, that is that B4 till E4, that is that heading of yours, comma 0, bracket close, enter. So it should give me 2 because February has been selected here. If I click on April, so it will show you 4 here. So whichever month you select from here and whatever category you select, it is showing you the position number. That is the use of this option called as match. So now I will show you the total sales. Basically we want to find out that whichever category have you selected, whichever quarter you have selected, we want to find out the total sales of that particular information. So that time we will be using both formulas together, that is index and match. So this is how you use it. You will say index, bracket open. Then what you will do is you will select from here, that is this B5 till E62, this entire table of yours. Then what you will do is you will give comma and you will write down your match. So once you written this word match, bracket open, I9. I9 means the category, comma, and your category is from this list is over here. Control shift down so that it gets highlighted for you. Comma 0, exact match. If that list is not there, it will not come. So that's why that 0 comes, and close the brackets. This is for category. So like that, we have to do it for now for quarter also. Again, continue your formula by saying again match, bracket open. Now you will click on this quarter, that is that March, comma, and where is your quarter? That is from year. That is from B4 till E4 and comma 0. and 2 times bracket close because 2 times I've opened it. So now if I press enter, I should get the information. See. So whatever you click here, telemarketing and which month, it will show me. So this is the use of how can we use index and match. My fourth number is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP in Excel function is nothing but is basically to look up values vertically. Like I have a data here where they have given you some EMP ID, last name is given, first name is there, department is there, email address, phone extension, location, hire date and pay date. So whatever EMP ID you click here, it should tell you the name of the person, last name, department and pay date. So first I'll use as a data validation again. I'll keep my cell pointer here. I'll click on this data validation list and source. In source, I can just select from here, control shift down, enter EMP ID. Okay. So what happens is I get the EMP ID here. See. So whatever number you click here, it should tell me what is the name of the person, last name, department and pay date. So according to this number 1078 I've selected. So it should tell you the full details of this information by using this formula called as VLOOKUP, bracket open, click on that EMP ID, comma, and you will select the full table like this, control shift down and comma. What do we want? First name. This is my first column, EMP ID. This is my second column, last name, and this is my first name. That is 3. So you write your 3, comma 0 and close the brackets. Enter. As you can see that you got here, the name of the person is come here. First name is come. So I want it for the others also. So what you can do is just keep your cell pointer here. Just press this dollar here. So in the starting may all this dollar sign you can give it here. So I will just drag it. So automatically it should come for the others also. Enter. So now if I drag this down, I am getting all like this, right? That is because okay. This portion okay. So you can just show this again. So basically what we have to do here is we'll just say equal to VLOOKUP and click on this number, comma, and you will select this full table of yours and you will give say comma 3, comma 0. That is that exact match. Enter. So as you can see that your name is come here. Now the same thing we will have to use it for last name also. Again I'll use VLOOKUP. Again I'll click on that number, comma, and you will select this entire list again and comma. And now what we want is we want the last name, that is 2 comma 0. So you got that also come. Then we'll do it for department. Again we'll write VLOOKUP, again this number, comma, and you will select the full table again and say comma. What is now department? 1 2 3 4 4 comma 0. 0 means exact match. Then last is pay date. Again you will write VLOOKUP on that EMP ID, which EMP ID you are checking for, and you will select this entire table, comma, and what is the number here, column index? This is 1, EMP ID is 1, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 is your pay date, comma 0, exact match, and close it. So now whatever number you select from here, it should give you the entire details about that information. So that is how we can use this formula called as VLOOKUP. My number 3 is my COUNTIF and COUNTIF-S. COUNTIF is to count only a single criteria and COUNTIF-S is for multiple criteria. Okay. So as you can see my data, we have given you some cost centers, genders are given, EMP name is given and basic salary is given. So basically we would like to find out this number 7812, that is cost center, how many employees are there. So I will use this formula called as COUNTIF, bracket open, and you will select from here A4 till A23, that is your cost center, comma, and which number you are checking for, that is F6. Close the brackets, enter. So that should tell you. So if you change this number here, if I type here 7515, so it should tell me. If you type a number which is not there, it will give you 0. So that is the use of this option. Similar thing, there's one more example here where they have again counter statement where basic salary more than 6,000 they want to find out. So again I will use this formula here, COUNTIF. This is called a single criteria. When you want to use single criteria, we will be using this COUNTIF statement, bracket open. Then what you'll do is you will select from your basic salary, because it is checking it from this list of yours, and will give a comma and your basic salary. That is it. D4 till D23, comma, and you're checking it with greater than 6,000. That is I6. Then if you close the brackets, enter. So as you can see that it is telling me that more than 6,000 there are 8 actually. So if we change this to 8,000, it should tell you. See, this is how it is. So that is the use of this COUNTIF statement for single criteria. Then we have something called as COUNTIF S. If you want to check with multiple condition, like for example, between 5 to 2,000, how many employees are there? So that time we will be using this statement of yours called as COUNTIF S. So that time COUNTIF S comes in use, bracket open. Then you select from your D4 till D23, that is your basic salary, because it is checking according to your basic salary of yours. Then you give a comma here. Then basic salary, that is at F11, comma again here. Again you will select your basic salary, because there are two conditions here, between 5 to 2, no? Then comma again here, and this basic salary of 2,000, and then you close the brackets here. So once you do this, when you press enter, it should tell you between 5 to 2,000 there are 10 employees. So this is how we can use this formula called as COUNTIF S. Similar thing, we have another one example here where they have asked you for between, they want to check with basic salary of more than less than 10,000 and whose gender is female. So that is what we have to use this over here. Again I will be using this formula of yours called as COUNTIF S. Again the formula we will be using is like this, COUNTIF S, bracket open, select your basic salary, because everything is we are checking it from your basic salary of yours, so that's why basic salary is coming over here. Then comma, and you click here, that is that J10, comma. Then what you'll do is again what you have to do is they have asked you for gender, female. So gender female is over here, B4, control shift down, and comma, and you click this gender of yours, K10, and you close the brackets, enter. So that should tell me basic salary which is having less than 10,000 and whose gender is female, there are 7 people. So that is how we can use this formula. And one more day in this statement of yours called as COUNTIF S, where basic salary they want between 15,000 to 5,000 and gender is female. So this is how we use this formula. Here again 3 statements are coming here. COUNTIF S again, bracket open, you will check, click on your basic salary, that is D4 till D23, comma. Then you click on your basic salary, that is at F16. This is my one statement, comma. Again you will select your basic salary, that is this list again, then comma, and your basic salary, that is 5,000, between 15,000 to 5,000, that's it, comma. And we have to select your gender also. So next is gender. Gender is B4 till B23, and comma, and this gender, female. Close the brackets, enter. So this is how it is. Between 15 to 5,000 and gender female, there are only 2 employees. So this is how we can use this formula in Excel called as COUNTIF and COUNTIF S. My number 2 formula in Excel is called as conjugate function. Conjugate function is nothing but to join 2 sentences together. Like as you can see, I've given you some first name and last name. I want to join those two sentences together in one. So that time I can use this statement of yours called as conjugate, bracket open, A5. A5 is my first name, comma. I want a space here. That's why the double quotes are coming here, like this space, comma, and the last name, B5. Close the brackets, enter. So that should give me this option. And if you drag it down, I should get it for the others also. So this is how we can use this formula in Excel called as conjugate. And my number one formula in Excel is called as my if statement, where I've given you data something like this. EMP ID is there, name is there, department is there, quarter one sales, quarter two sales, quarter three sales, and quarter four sales. I have to calculate the total sales here by using your basic formula, that is sum, bracket open, and you select this quarter one to quarter sales, that is quarter four, bracket close, enter. That gives you a total of 4,300. If I double click, I get my total over here. The condition over here in using this if statement here is if anybody is having a total sales of more than 10,000, then he gets promoted. That message should come promoted. Otherwise, it should be blank. That means he's not promoted. So that time we can use this formula of yours called as your if statement. Very useful formula in Excel. If then you click on your total sales, that is at H5. If this is more than 10,000, comma, in double quotes mein you just write down there promoted. Otherwise, he's not promoted. So you just give that like this double quote. That is blank. Close the brackets. So this is how you use this formula. Enter. As you can see that this person's he has made a total sale of 4,300. So that's why I'm getting blank here. That means he is not promoted. So if you double click here, I should get it for the others. So this is how we can use this formula in Excel called as if statement. So I hope you have understood the 10 best formulas in Excel, and keep on practicing, and I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.